What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte, and this was a 12-rounder in the super lightweight division, and this fight was Saturday, December 2nd from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, and this fight was broadcasted on DAZN, and in this fight, Ryan Garcia was able to get an 8th-round knockout victory over Oscar Duarte, improving his record to 24-1, whilst Duarte drops to 26-2-1. So Ryan Garcia in this one, I didn't think he was looking too hot. I had it scored actually 67-66 in Duarte's favor. I thought this was a really, really close fight while it lasted. I saw most people's scorecards on this one watching the fight. Most people had it like 67-66 Ryan Garcia, I would say, maybe even 68-65. I just thought there was a few rounds in there that I edged to Duarte, but this fight was pretty close while it lasted. Just to break it down round by round, the first round, Duarte was able to land a good hook on Garcia, but Garcia overall had the better work, landing some nice counters on the outside. Round number 2, though, this round was sort of a swing round. I just thought Garcia didn't really do enough. Both had one good shot in that round, but I thought that Duarte overall was much more active. Then in the third round, I gave it to Ryan Garcia. He was just countering and boxing better. Round number 4, I edged it to Oscar Duarte, actually. Garcia had a few counters in that round, but Duarte I thought was just far more accurate and active with it. Or excuse me, not accurate. I thought he was just far more active with his combinations. And I thought that was much more effective in that round. But that was a round that could have went either way, in my opinion. But then rounds 5 and 6 were very good rounds for Duarte. Ryan Garcia was trying to adopt sort of like a shoulder roll kind of style, and it just wasn't working. He was getting hit to the body, turning his back, like ducking his head down, getting hit in the back of the head, the back. Like, he just didn't look too great in the 5th and 6th rounds. Easy rounds for Oscar Duarte. But then round 7, I gave it to Ryan Garcia. Garcia was just running around in that round, like really just running around the ring. But he just did much more, I would say. But then round number 8, where the fight ended, Oscar Duarte wasn't having that bad of a round, was going forward. Garcia wasn't doing enough, but then he was able to clip Oscar Duarte while he was going forward with a check left hook. Duarte's legs freezed up. He caught him again, buckled his legs, and then dropped him in the ropes with a big combination. Duarte stayed down and got up only at like the count of like 10, just when the referee was counting it, and he missed the count by milliseconds. So Ryan Garcia with the knockout win there, and I know there were some people and there was some polling on the zone's like watch party chat that they have now for their fights, and they put up a poll about if Duarte has to be upset by the referee's count, and I mean, I would say no, because he literally waited till 9.5 of 10 to get up, and so I think it was not a bad stoppage at all. Ryan Garcia rightfully got that. Duarte didn't make it up for the count of 10. So, what is next for Ryan Garcia? That is the question on everyone's minds. Obviously now 24-1. Getting a win over a very solid opponent. I actually commend him for taking a fight like this, because it was high risk and sort of low reward. Because Oscar Duarte, many people didn't really know who he was going into this fight. Very tough fighter. Never really been hurt that bad in his career. I believe he hadn't been stopped as well. He hadn't been stopped going into this fight, and just a very tough guy, and Garcia was able to get the knockout over him. So for Ryan Garcia, what could be next? At 140, I believe, is where he's going to be campaigning now. He's currently ranked number 7 by the WBC at 140. The other sanctioning bodies do not have, the WBO actually does have him ranked 15. So he's ranked number 15 by the BO, and actually 4th as well, and 7th by the IBF. I didn't even know this. I just pulled the rankings up right now. He's ranked in all 4 sanctioning bodies, which is obviously very good for him. 7th in the WBC, 4th in WBA, 7th in the IBF, and then 15th in the WBO. So for him, he's got a lot of opportunities to possibly shine and fight maybe a world title eliminator against someone who's ranked in those sanctioning bodies that fight on like sort of DAZN Golden Boy cards. Maybe we could see him versus Richardson Hitchens. Maybe possibly if Liam Parr was able to get past Montana Love, someone like that. If Ryan Garcia obviously doesn't take on one of the top lightweights in his next fight. But obviously, or excuse me, top super lightweight, someone like that in his next fight, we could possibly see Ryan Garcia in a tough fight, maybe against someone who's highly ranked by any of those sanctioning bodies that could fight on DAZN. But as for Oscar Duarte, losing here for the second time in his career, first by KO, this is a tough loss for him because he wasn't doing that bad against Ryan Garcia, and it could have been a career-changing victory for him. But, yeah, for his next few fights, I think he's going to be taking on lower-level opposition, getting some easy wins, before maybe getting called back in, obviously, as the B-side in a pretty big main event like this. So overall, Ryan Garcia battled through some adversity, but ultimately gets the 8th round knockout victory over Oscar Duarte. And again, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.